prompting and encouraging this will be sanctioned with a fine of 1 million naira. Such behavior is contrary to fair play and brings the game to disrepute. And of course, Omi noted that the act would be regarded as misconduct, punishable under the NPFL framework and rules. He reiterated that the league body remains committed to maintaining the integrity of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Well, matches definitely played across the country this weekend. They're talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League. But tomorrow on the show, on the Saturday edition of Sports Tit Bits, will definitely bring you up to speed with all of those matches and more. Most importantly, Nigerian teams will be on the continent this weekend, talking about the CAF Champions League. But before that, talking about the CAF Champions League, and Nigerian teams will participate in. South African champions, Oluyole Sundowns, are set to parade a star-studded lineup featuring at least 8 Bafana internationals when they face Nigerian champions as Remo Stars in the second round, the preliminary clash of the CAF Champions League for the season. The high-stakes encounter build for the Remo Stars Stadium for the MKO Abiola Arena in Abeokuta, not the Remo Stars Stadium, this weekend marks the first leg of the two-leg battle that will determine which team advances to the lucrative group stage of Africa's Premier Club competition. Oluyole Sundowns, Africa's most consistent club in recent years, boasted areas of international talent, including their captain, that's Rowan Williams, Teboho Mokoena, Aubrey Modiba, Koliso Madua, and Grant Kekena. Others on the roster includes Terence Mashego, Motlobi Mvala, Temba Zwane, Tapelo Moseko, and Tapelo Morena. At least 6 of them are key members of the South African national football team who just booked a place at next year's FIFA World Cup at the expense of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The inclusion underlines the Pretoria-based club's ambition to go all the way once again in this year's competition. Remo Stars, Nigeria's representative, of course, they are representing Nigeria for the second consecutive season in the CAF Champions League. Will look to make a history by reaching the CAF Champions League group stage for the first time. Coach Daniel Ogumade's side overcame Zilimanjo of Comoros 5-0 on aggregate in the previous round and will aim to continue to create an upset against the former African champions. The clash promises to be a fascinating one, I must say, and a fascinating test of character and tactical discipline, while Sundowns arrive with the pedigree and experience of multiple CAF campaigns. Remo Stars will count on home support and youthful energy to challenge their visitors. The return leg is built for Pretoria next weekend, while the aggregate winner will secure a coveted spot in the group stage and share of the competition's multi-million-dollar prize pool. All eyes will be on Abeokuta Remo Stars. The rising Nigerian football force takes a continental giant Oluyole Sundowns later on Sunday. Well, let me inform that they are not the only team representing us on the continent. Currently, Rivers United, of course, left the shores of the country on Wednesday, and of course, they have a date against Black Bulls in the CAF Champions League second round clash. The players and officials, like I mentioned yesterday, will be taking on their counterparts on Saturday, as the 18th of October, with the return leg set for the Gospel Akpabio Stadium in Oluyole a week later. The winner of the tie will also progress to the final group stage of the competition. Rivers United defeated Congolese side FS Le Eagles in the first round of the competition. Well, we wish the two teams, that's Remo Stars and Rivers United, all the very best in the CAF Champions League this weekend. Well, before I leave the shores of the country, before I leave club football in Nigeria, let me inform that Kwara United, they face a major injury worry ahead of their match day 9 fixture against Katsina United, with as many as 5 key players set to miss the game. The sideline players include Aliu Salaudin, Mohamed Alao, Mubarak Saeed, Obiora Kinsley, and Mrs. Nyebe. According to the club's medical team, Alao and Saeed are currently down with malaria, while Salaudin is nursing an injury. Kinsley and Nyebe are also recovering from undisclosed knocks. The Harmony Super Boys will host Katsina United this weekend at the Rashidi Yakini Stadium in Ilorin as they look to build on the impressive 1-1 away draw against Wiki Tories last Sunday, a result that lifted them on to 14th place on the NPFL log with 9 points. While away from the Nigeria League, let's cross to venue of the Under-17 Women's World Cup, whereas the 2024 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup officially kicks off today, Friday. Nigeria's Under-17 Women's National Team, the Flamingos, are fine-tuning in preparations for their group opener on Sunday when they face Canada in their crucial Group D fixture. In a high-intensity training session held yesterday, the Flamingos are focused on multiple tactical areas, including set-piece execution, defensive organization, midfield, transitions, and overall match fitness. The coaching staff also emphasized the positional discipline and physical sharpness as the squad enters the final phase of their preparation. Of the pre-match routine, team officials have confirmed that tomorrow Saturday will be dedicated to technical briefing, pre-match strategy meetings, and FIFA-organized workshops as part of the World Cup protocol. Nigeria will compete in Group D, which includes Canada, France, and Samoa, a challenging mix that will test the Flamingos' readiness and depth on the global stage. The Flamingos will begin their campaign on Sunday, aiming to build on their strong performance in the previous edition, where they secured historic bronze medals. Well, of course, the competition starts today. Yes, let me inform you that matches will definitely be played today, with host Morocco taking on Brazil in the opening match today. Of course, we wish our Flamingos all the best, and I hope that they do us proud. Still talking female football this morning. While away from female football, FIFA has confirmed that Nigeria will take part in the African playoffs ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. FIFA has now confirmed that the World Football Governing Body released the details in next year's tournament. So this has been confirmed by FIFA. Of course, we are good to go. Yes, Super Eagles are good to go for that one. But don't forget the initial international friendlies earlier billed for November in North America against Colombia and Venezuela will have to be cancelled because November is now way much more important than just friendly games. The playoffs are very important at this point, and of course we must grab the opportunity with both hands. If we can't pick an automatic ticket, at least we should scale through the playoffs round. Well, FIFA has responded to recent threats by US President Donald Trump to move World Cup matches between host cities in the United States. Trump has on several occasions threatened to relocate World Cup games from certain US cities. The tournament is built to take place across multiple states in the summer of 2026, including Democrat-run cities such as New York and Los Angeles. Trump has claimed that he would move matches from cities he considers not safe, adding that his proposals would be supported by FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Although Trump has no legal authority to alter World Cup venues, he could seek to exert pressure on FIFA. However, FIFA has made it clear that Trump does not have the power to move matches or determine which cities are safe for hosting matches. Well, according to FIFA, and I quote, safety and security are the top priorities for all FIFA events worldwide. Safety and security are obviously the government's responsibility, and they decide what is in the best interest for the public safety. We hope everyone of our 16 host cities will be ready to successfully host and fulfill all necessary requirements. FIFA Vice President Victor Montagliani added that it's FIFA's tournament, FIFA's jurisdiction. FIFA makes those decisions. With all due respect to current world leaders, football is bigger than them, and football will survive their regime and their government and their slogans. That's the beauty of our game. That is bigger than any individual and bigger than any country and of course. Well, before I move to other sports, let's check out this quick female football stories. Cross River State Governor Basiotu has doled out 50 million naira to Super Falcons defender Miracle Useni. Otu also gifted Useni a plot of land and an appointment as a sports ambassador of the state. The governor announced a reward at a reception held in honor of the left back in his office in Calabar. Says, and I quote, today I finally met with our star, of course, our very own Miracle on the pitch, whose exceptional talent alongside that of other young female footballers has brought immense pride and joy to our nation and most especially to us as a state. In recognition of our outstanding achievement and the honor she has brought to Cross River State, I have conferred on Miracle Useni the highest honor accorded to a private citizen, VVIP of the state. The status entitles her to all the rights and privileges enjoyed by VVIPs in Cross River, particularly at state events. Additionally, I have approved the sum of 50 million naira and the allocation of a piece of land, of course, to her into the season of sweetness. This is our way of celebrating excellence and inspiring other young people to reach for greatness. And of course, Seni was part of the Super Falcons squad that won the last African Cup of Nations as Women African Cup of Nations in Morocco. Yeah, the Queens player made one appearance at the competition. A big congratulations to her, making her state very, very proud. Not just the state, but of course the nation. Don't forget that particular team won the WAFCON title for Nigeria for a record 10th time. Congratulations to the Falcons once again. But don't forget, another WAFCON is coming, actually coming up in March next year, with the qualifiers holding later on the next month. So the girls need to be ready as soon as possible. Well, still talking female football, Esther Okoronkwo has been named the AFC Toronto's Player of the Month for September. And Nigeria International was in superb form for our side during the month. Okoronkwo netted 4 times and registered 2 assists in 4 matches for AFC Toronto during the month under review. The 28-year-old Nigerian forward scored a decisive goal in the club's 1-0 victory over Halifax. She followed up with a brace and an assist in the clash with Vancouver. Okoronkwo was also on target in the reverse fixture against Halifax, which ended in a 1-0 draw. The striker also registered an assist in AFC Toronto's 1-0 victory over Ottawa. Fantastic young lady who actually made herself, of course, made us proud also last competition. Talking about the WAFCON I just spoke about. Well, ahead of the FIFA World Cup playoffs, the Nigerian Football Federation, we understand, are set for a major financial boost following the impressive run of the Super Eagles in the just concluded 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Nigeria finished second in Group C behind South Africa with 17 points after 10 matches, a record that guarantees a significant payout from FIFA. According to FIFA, each victory in the World Cup playoffs is valued $1,938 million, while a draw attracts $1,008 million. The Super Eagles ended their campaign with 5 wins, 4 draws, and 1 defeat, placing them among the top performing teams on the continent. In addition, FIFA confirmed that every African nation that qualifies for the 2026 World Cup will receive a massive $9.6 million participation bonus. If Super Eagles win all 4 matches in the playoffs, 2 in Africa World Cup playoffs in Morocco, and another 2 in the FIFA Intercontinental Playoff in Mexico in March 2026, and qualify for the World Cup. The NFF will pocket the total sum of 17,152. Actually, 17,152,000 US dollars. That's equivalent to 25,171,074,560 naira. That's a huge money. 25 billion. Well, with Nigeria set to feature in the upcoming playoffs, qualification for the tournament could see the NFF pocket even a bigger financial windfall than those who have already picked the tickets. A successful playoff campaign would not only return the Super Eagles to the global stage, but also ensure another lucrative payout from FIFA's prize pool. Well, major coming from FIFA there. Big money for qualification. All right, let's move straight to other sports. Oluyole yesterday broke the world record in the women's 86 kg event, lifting 168 kg to clinch gold for Nigeria at the World Powerlifting Championships in Cairo, Egypt. Oluyole improved on a previous world record of 167 kg to achieve the current feat. With this remarkable achievement, she won her 4th world title for Nigeria, adding to the 2 Paralympic gold medals she had won. Back in 2012, Oluyole won silver medal in the women's 75 kg category at the 2012 Summer Paralympics, breaking the world record in the process. She also won gold medal at the 2017 World Powerlifting Championships in Mexico. However, she was suspended a year later for breaking anti-doping laws. In 2021, she won the gold medal in her event at the 2021 World Powerlifting Championships held in Georgia. At this event, she also set a new world record of 152.5 kg. Also, she competed at the 2022 Commonwealth Games, where she won a gold medal in the heavyweight event. Fantastic feat for her as she continued to dominate the world of power lifting. All the best to Oluyole with all of those fantastic records. Alright, let's move on to the world of tennis, where Jack Draper will no longer work with the man who coached him to the Indian Wells title, as James Trotman wants to prioritize time with his family. The British number 1 has already hired Jamie Delgado as his head coach for next season, but had been hoping that there would also be a role for the man with whom he has enjoyed much success over the past 4 years. Trotman says it has become increasingly difficult to juggle Draper's career with his own family life, so they've decided to part ways at this point. We wish him all the best. Well, Novak Djokovic wants to follow sporting greats such as LeBron James, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Tom Bradley by playing in his 40s and help shape the future of tennis. The 24-time Grand Slam champion, who is now 38, reached the semi-finals of all 4 major tournaments this year. Djokovic has been chasing one more to move clear of Australian Margaret Court for the most Grand Slam singles titles in history. However, his last came at the 2023 US Open when he was 36, the same age. His great rivals Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal also won their final majors. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner won 2 each this year, with Novak Djokovic losing to Sinner in the last 4 at Wimbledon and the French Open, and the Spaniard Alcaraz at the US Open. The Serb retired from his Australian Open semi-final against Alexander Zverev with injury, having beat Carlos Alcaraz in the previous round. Every tournament exit has led to questions about his future, but Djokovic said he had no plans to retire and took inspiration from stars in other sports who have defied age to play at the top. That's the likes of LeBron James, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Tom Bradley. All right, we wish him all the best. Most importantly, he needs to keep winning. Yeah, That's the most important thing. Just keep winning, and of course, your fans will definitely be behind you. Well, like I mentioned earlier, a number of games will be played across the world today. While in the French Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain will take on Strasbourg tonight at 7:45. In Germany, Union Berlin will take on Borussia Mönchengladbach, and in Spain, Real Oviedo will take on Espanyol. And I told you earlier that the FIFA Women's Under-17 World Cup starts today with the opening match at 8 p.m. tonight between host Morocco and Brazil. Those are the top games to look forward to later tonight across the world of sport. Let me inform you that at least 4 key Manchester United players were absent from training yesterday ahead of this weekend's Premier League clash at Liverpool. They include captain Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Matthew Koa, and Amad Diallo. The quartet missed training as manager Ruben Amorim gave his squad extra time off, especially those who were away on international duty. Kunha and Casemiro both played for Brazil in Asia. For Fernandes, with Portugal, he played closer to home as they drew against Hungary. Meanwhile, Ahmad impressed with Cote d'Ivoire, who finished top of Group F in the African 2026 World Cup qualifiers. United are hoping to secure consecutive Premier League victories for the first time this very season. So you can see it's a loaded weekend, and of course we can't wait to have all of those matches and even many more. Well, quite a lot to touch on the show this beautiful morning. But then time, never a friend while talking sport. But don't forget that tomorrow we'll be back for a whole lot more, especially what to expect in the world of sport at the weekend. As a number of interesting matches we'll be looking forward to big games. Liverpool will take on United this weekend in the Premier League. Fulham will take on Arsenal. It's a London derby. Forest will take on Chelsea in the first game of the day tomorrow. So this and more is time to enjoy on the Saturday edition of Tit Bits, same time tomorrow. Till then, have a beautiful day and stay safe.
Kérésì BCOS máa ń wáyé tìlù tìfọn láti fi máa ń kí káàbọ̀ sínú ọgbà iléeṣẹ́ wa lóríta Basọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn. Kété tí bàbá Kérésì bá ti kúrò nílẹ̀ Róòmù, gbàgede iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS ní ògùn wá sí. Torí ẹ̀ la fi ń sọ fún iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá olókòwò kékèké, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ fẹ́ tajà àwọn ọmọdé, ẹ̀yin kátàkárà, tàbẹ́yìn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ta ohun tẹ́nu ń jẹ, gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ́ lu àkókò òpin ọdún pàtẹ láti ta onírúurú ọjà tiyín láti ṣayẹyẹ òpin ọdún fáwọn ọmọdé àtàgbàlagbà, ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́, ilé ìjọsìn, ẹ̀yin ọlọ́jà tẹ́ fẹ́ ta ohun gbogbo tẹ́nu ń jẹ, ẹ máa bọ̀ nínú ọgbà iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS lóríta Basọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn láti bá wa dòwò pọ̀ pẹ̀lú owó péréte. Ẹ sì lè pe alága ìgbìmọ̀ bàbá Kérésì ilé akéde lóríta Basọ̀run fọ́dún 2025 àjọpọ̀ bí ẹni yan Olódùmarè hallelujah sórí 0811 620 0150 0811 620 0150. Bàbá Kérésì ilé akéde oríta Basọ̀run ti ń palẹ̀mọ́ láti gúnlẹ̀ sọ́gbà iléeṣẹ́ wa BCOS. Bó o ṣe gbọ́ máa sọ fẹ́lòmíì pé ó ti ń palẹ̀mọ́ kò ní pẹ́ dé.
wọ̀kùwọ̀kù lọ́rọ̀rùn pẹ̀sẹ̀ láti kéde nílé akéde tọ̀yọ́ ni ó nílò kó ṣe mọ́ dára rẹ̀ láàmú sọ pé òun wọkọ̀ bọ̀ wá sílé akéde lóríta Basọ̀run nílùú Ìbàdàn mọ́ pàápàá jùlọ láti ṣe ìkéde yẹn polówó ọjà yẹn tàbí fi tótọ́ tó sì yẹ tó àwọn aráàlú létí bóyá nípa àpàdé nípa àsọjí àbí nǹkan kan àbómi ìtẹ́bálẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe ẹ torí agbègbè àgbáyé kí ẹ̀ náà tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe hàn wá 091 58 70 3300 lórí agbègbè kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ WhatsApp nọ́mbà yìí kan náà mọ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀rùn pẹ̀sẹ̀ stress free courtesy BCOS. You don't have to stress yourself coming down to Ilé Akéde Oríta Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn again to make that announcement or place that advert. Book online, personal paid announcements, obituaries or in memoriam, annual conventions, workshops, crusades, social diaries, inter-house sport competitions, musical shows or concerts, and other promotions. Very simple. Go online to book for transmission on BCOS radio channels or BCOS TV, or simply call 091 5870 3300 or WhatsApp on the same number 091 5870 3300. BCOS, a media giant in a class of its own.
Yo, ìwọ tó ń tọwọ́ bá kú alápò káì ó lè ní ọ.